Hi. That was a bit hi kind of. I do apologise. I think what it is, I was on early so last week. This is completely nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but I was on early so last week at work, and so I was up like at 6 every day. And this weekend, when you think I really want to have a lie-in, I deserve a lie-in. Ping, 6 o'clock. My eyes yesterday and today pinged open at 6 o'clock. So I do apologise if any strangeness happens today in this review because I'm feeling very spacey. So I like to highlight manga for non-manga readers. Manga books, but I think somebody's just used to reading Western comics or American comics, etc., could easily digest and enjoy. Or there's only been like one or two books out so far, so it's easy to get into. You're not going to have to pay extortionate prices. So one I want to highlight is Yan, which is a lot larger than your normal manga book, than your normal Tankaban. So if you hold it next to an American comic, it's even a bit wider than an American comic. I mean, Tankabans normally go up to about there. They're like the DC Compact line. So this is Yan, gorgeous cover, got French flat, and I'll read you the synopsis because I don't think the synopsis will really help you much, but I'll read it anyway. So, Peking opera performer Yan Taihua makes an emphatic return to the limelight 10 years after allegedly dying in prison. Now equipped with mysterious powers, she walks the blood-soaked path of vengeance. Detective Li Mingji, who originally arrested Taihua, is called out of retirement to dig deeper into the past and uncover the secrets of the supernatural. That doesn't even scratch the surface. This book has about 360 or so pages in. It retails in the UK 19.99, but you can get it cheaper online. But first of all, one thing that you've been knocked out about is the artwork. The artwork is just absolutely stunning. So, as it said in that synopsis, she works in the Peking Opera with her family, and something happens to her family. They basically get wiped out, and she gets framed for it. And so she goes to prison for a long time, and then the prison just burns down. So they think she's dead, but suddenly this character appears again out of nowhere. And initially, it's like I got a feeling of like something like Elektra meets John Wick, where she's out for vengeance, and like it shows this execution of this politician's. I don't know if he's a politician, but he's a bigwig anyway. Of this high flyer's son, but nothing's as it seems. This happens quite a few times in this book. Things happen, and then you realize that's a smoke screen. Nothing really. It didn't happen as you expected it to. So this detective, I just want to show you some more of the artwork. The artwork is beautiful. This this detective who was on the case originally, who that's where her family got killed, who arrested originally. He's brought her out of retirement because she suddenly mysteriously reappears, and she's not aged at all. So there's that mystery. Is she who she claims to be, or is she somebody else? Bit of nudity as well, so just be warned. And so, like I said, so the first third of the book feels like a revenge crime thriller. He's the detective who comes out of retirement to track her down. And then he realizes not everything's as it seems, and not everything's as black and white. The so-called good guys aren't necessarily the good guys, and she's not necessarily the villain. And then this other character, sorry, but if you like nice female artwork, there's some there. This young girl appears as well, so he's exploring the past as well, what happened. sorry, but the artwork is just honestly to die for. So this other character appears, this young girl who's about 15. She's like this game champion, and it turns out she's got this special power where she can just look, I think it's like 30 seconds or so into the future. So she can always predict what's going to happen. I'm just going to show some pictures while I'm talking about it. And she basically tracks her down. She tracks Yan down, and she's basically saying that they've got a connection. And so they become like the three main players. So you got Yan the assassin, who's out for revenge. Got this retired detective who's hunting her down. You got this young girl, and there's lots of action ensues. And so you got this slight sci-fi element with this girl, but then there's bigger sci-fi elements that come in later on, and it completely takes you by surprise. I don't want to give too much away, but it doesn't let up on the action all the way through. So there's no laggy period. You know, like sometimes when you can read an American graphic novel, you could tell one issue is just padding. Say, for example, Brian Michael Bendis superhero comic. You could tell one comic is just padding, just to make it 12 issues. Not so with this. Each page is there for a reason. No panel is wasted. The artwork is glorious. The fight scenes, anything that you could, some of the best fight scenes that you could see in a John Woo movie or a John Wick movie. So yeah, so that's the girl who follows her. She wears a mask initially, but then some other people appear, and there's a lot of timey-wimey stuff, and things aren't what they seem. So the question arises: why is she not aged? And with the timey-wimey stuff that's gone on, what's happened? What? So there's almost like an Akira element creeping into it as well. And if you've never read Akira, what the fuck is wrong with you if you call yourself a comic fan? That is quite possibly, big digression, that is quite possibly one of the best comics works from any country. Get Akira now. You will thank me for it. It will blow your mind. You might say, oh, I've seen the anime. The anime covers the first 1.5 books and the 5 or 6 books. I've got the big box set. I think I've done a video of it, but I might do another one just for those who'd like to know more about it. But back to this. So yeah, so another character appears mysteriously out of nowhere, and then we find out there's a sentient robot who's like overseeing everything, like this sinister AI who's controlled by this corporation. And it ends on such a cliffhanger where you're gagging for the next bit, which is what you want with a book. It's big, it's thick. Didn't take me long because I just devoured this book. I could not put it down. Yeah, I would give this a 9 out of 10 because I want to leave room for an extra point for the next book to see if it gets even better, and I think it will. But if you've never read a manga, this is perfect. It's really, really good. Very, very westernized. It's just the joy. The artwork is jaw-droppingly nice. Because of the size of it, it'll stack nicely with your normal graphic novels. Yeah, it's a masterclass in storytelling. The art is quite easily the best artwork I've seen this year from any comic artist. Just genius. Yeah, it deserves awards. It's really, really good. So Yan, Volume 1 from Titan Books. And yeah, 9 out of 10, just wonderful. Okay, so buy it. And also buy Akira. You'll thank me for making your port. Trust me. Bye.